Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work.
Firstly, Victoria says I'm limping. Yep, I am limping a bit. Just need to get into my stride and then eventually my leg will ease off. Good afternoon, good evening, good afternoon, good morning everyone. We are running the Run for the Oceans 10k. And at any minute now, my leg will start to relax. If you weren't here this morning, you won't know. Or last night even. Got a bit of a dodgy thigh. Bit of a pain in my thigh. So I'm just trying to make sure that I don't do it any more damage. But it seems like I can run on it. And after a little while it does ease up. Hello Paul, hello Amy, Jonathan Costa's with us as well. We're doing 10k at 10 kilometers an hour, so that's going to take us exactly 1 hour to do. We're off and running on the Surfing Safari route. So if you haven't got this badge, this route achievement badge, you would get it if you run this route. One of the newer badges that are available to collect. Settling in now, half a kilometre done. Just let the leg relax a bit. See, if it was my choice, I would have started a bit slower. But I foolishly asked Jonathan, what speed are we going? And he said 10. So I've just got to go with it, haven't I? Paul Hayward is there as well. Quince from Norway is 65 plus years old. He's joined us. Right, Victoria's got a contraption for me to wear that's going to help my waist. What do I have to do? Is it just Velcro? Right, Velcro around my hips. Yeah. Right. Okay, I don't know if I can do that. Just leave it on as I'm being accosted by Victoria. And Victoria's got a broken finger as well, by the way. Did you know that? Oh yes, that's good. Victoria's got a broken finger and she's helping me with a strap. She fell over during her 66 miles of the Backyard Ultra during the weekend. Amy Green says, if you want to go a bit slower, I don't mind. No, I'm okay. It's just like the initial start to the run is very uncomfortable. But then once I get used to it, once I get warmed in, the leg seems to relax and it seems to be a lot easier. I can still feel it, but it's not in any way uncomfortable to run. Whereas the first 500 meters is horrible. I should probably warm up beforehand. I don't know what I'm doing to tighten it. Oh yeah, I've got you. Yeah. Oh, it's very springy and elasticy. Right. Okay. Right. So that's supposed. What Victoria's done is she's strapped something to my waist, which is quite tight on my hips, and I suppose it's supposed to give me some balance or support or something. I don't know. Jonathan's now saying, if you want to slow down, then just say. Paul, we are definitely ignoring Laura, says Jonathan. Who's Laura? What's going on? Oh, Laura speeding off at 5:29 per kilometre, yeah. No, we're not going with Laura. No, well, let's stay at 6. That's fine by me. Yeah, I'm okay, thank you very much. 6 kilometres an hour. 6 minutes per kilometre, rather. 6 kilometres. Oh! 6 minutes per kilometre, 10 kilometres an hour. It's raining outside now. It's been a lovely sunny day here in Sussex, but it's just started to spit with rain and the sky's gone dark. And unfortunately, I'd left the tent, so we were camping over the weekend. I left the tent in the garden yesterday to dry out in the sunshine. But I left it out overnight, and it rained overnight. So I left it out during the day to dry today. But I've just found puddles of water still inside the tent. And now it's started raining again. I can't take the tent inside the house because it's too big. Has too much water in, so we're going to have to leave it out again overnight. again tonight. Oh, okay, so Jonathan says Laura suckered Paul and the others in the other day. So they're not doing that again. Right. So we had a good Film My Run 5... Well, no, I say we had a good Film My Run 500 this morning. It was a bit odd. Because, although my hip wasn't hurting, I had very painful feet for some reason. So much so that I actually had to slow down and walk for a little bit, just to ease the pain in my feet before I could start running again. Then I spilt my drink everywhere after we'd finished. And both Amy Green and Amanda Allison, who normally have quite high heart rate, both had very low heart rate. So it was a very odd run this morning. Very warm in shed quarters, primarily because I left the computer on by accident today. So when I finished Film My Run 500 this morning, I left the computer on. When I opened the doors to shed quarters this evening, it was 35 degrees inside. It's now come down to 29 degrees Celsius on the AGMT, but it's very, very warm. Actually, I should put the fan on, shouldn't I, really? Or the fans. I've got two fans in here. One is my standard fan in front of me, but Victoria likes to have a fan next to her, so we've got an old used, battered old fan just to the side of me here that we often use as well. I think you're right, Jonathan. I think I probably just tied my shoes too tight. Yeah, it's slowly coming down, Amy. So it's 29.7 at the moment. But gradually getting cooler because we've got the door open now. So we're a mile in, 5 more miles to go. And we're now comfortable. Hip is not hurting, or the thigh is not hurting really. Feet are okay, no pain in my feet. I've deliberately tied my shoelaces less tight. Hello, Anthony Anderson. He says it's been nice here all day apart from about 20 seconds of rain. Where are you, Anthony? Where in the world are you? So we know Amy is near Nottingham in the UK. Jonathan is up kind of northeast way. Where are you, Jonathan? Like Hull kind of direction, or Leeds? No, not Leeds, is it? It's a bit further east than that. We love the AGMT. So do I. Paul Hayward randomly says, my tie was too tight, so I took it back to the shop. Yeah, I think there's something else you could have done rather than take it back to the shop. I didn't want to say anything, but Amy in Nottingham says the girls' football got cancelled because of rain, but then it didn't rain. Jonathan is south of Leeds. Paul Hayward has his fan on already. Yeah, I've got my fan on. Anthony is in North Essex, so just a little way north of here. Probably 2 or 3 hours, 2 hours drive from here is where Anthony lives, east of London. And he says that they've only had about 20 seconds of rain in Essex. No rain in Nottingham. Jonathan is yet to update us on the status of the rain south of Leeds. Leeds a bit further up north. If you're not from the UK, Leeds is about 5 or 6 hours drive straight up north from here. Heart rate firmly established in zone 2 as we are into the 3rd kilometre. 123 BPM at the moment, with just under 8 kilometres to go. 13 minutes run, 47 minutes left. If you are aware of my other channel, Film My Run channel on YouTube, we've got a video dropping tonight. I'm currently training for a 100-mile run in the Lake District in July, and so I've got a training series running on the Film My Run channel at the moment, and we're up to episode 5, and it's a bit late, but episode 5 will be available tonight, a couple of hours earlier for members, and then it drops later on this evening for everyone else. Anthony ran Run for the Oceans at 5 o'clock. Yeah, I know a lot of people decided to run at 5, didn't they? I don't know why there wasn't one at 6. I would have run the one at 6 o'clock, but there wasn't one. I have no idea why they didn't put one at 6. Anyway, lots of people ran at 5. I know Tina Beard wanted to run at 5 o'clock. So, they've got it over and done with. I thought I'd wait, give myself a bit of a longer rest, and thought I'd wait till 7. So here we are. But very happy that Paul Hayward, Jonathan Cost and Amy Green have joined me. And we've got a few others. Sorensen is there as well. Henna, just a bit behind. Quince from Norway is going a bit slower. Etting from the Netherlands. We've got Lam, and we've got Laura F from the USA, who's up ahead. So there's a few of us doing this 7 o'clock run. Currently no problems with the feet, and the thigh issue is a dull ache, nothing major. Considering what it was on Sunday, I could hardly walk, which was not good, seeing as I was supposed to be taking photos and video during a race. I managed it just about. Stuffed myself full of painkillers. Tina says it's been a lovely day here. I went out running in a black t-shirt. Big mistake. Tina is in Gloucestershire. So that is west of here. I'd say about 4 hours drive to the west of here. Near Bristol, if you know Bristol. Paul Hayward says it's rain-free where he is. I don't know. I'm sure Paul Hayward has told me before where he lives, but I can't remember. So if you want to tell me where you are, Paul, I can't guarantee I'll remember again. And I know you've told me before, and I apologise. Somerset, not Gloucestershire. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Somerset, Gloucester. I mean, you know, it's all over there, isn't it? It's all over there. They've both got an O and an E in them, and a T, and an R. So, I mean, you know. Essentially, Somerset and Gloucestershire are pretty much the same thing, in my book. given the amount of similar letters there are in the name. Paul Hayward says he's in real Gloucestershire, not Somerset, which is like a fake Gloucestershire. And Jeff Partridge, who lives in some non-existent part of Gloucestershire, that he reckons is called South Gloucestershire. 7 kilometres to go. So we're broadcasting on YouTube and Twitch on the Zwift Run channel on YouTube and Twitch. We're not broadcasting on Facebook. If I'm blatantly honest, it's because I don't earn any money from Facebook. So we may as well try and push people to watch on YouTube, where, to be honest, the video quality is better anyway. And for chat, it's just as good. If everybody's over on YouTube, everybody can chat and see each other's chat messages, can't they? So rather than splitting it across Facebook and YouTube, if you're on Facebook, you'll miss people chatting on YouTube and vice versa. Tina Beard wants me to get myself together, get my brain active. Tina, how long have you known me? What do you think the chances are and the likelihood is of me getting it together, as you so call it? When have you actually known me get it together? You know, you've got to be realistic, Tina. You get what you get with me. And usually that's nonsense. So live with it, you know, or get on with the washing up. You're not going to get much sense out of me, especially seeing as I'm still just recovering from a weekend with virtually no sleep. So if I'm really going to complain, I've had a weekend with virtually no sleep. I've had, and I've continued to have, a very strange hip-thigh issue. And I had swollen, weird feet this morning. So things could not be going any worse. Well, that's not... Well, they could be, couldn't they, really? I am running. Let's be grateful for small mercies. I am running, and I did edit a video today. So, Tina's fair point regarding me not ever getting with it. So, we're almost 3.5 kilometres in. Nice and comfortable in zone 2. Running 10 kilometres an hour with Jonathan and Paul, and Amy is... oh no, Amy's there as well. I thought Amy had wandered ahead for a bit, but no, she's right there. And Lundtre from Norway is right with us as well. And Sorensen, so we've got a little bit of a group together. 2 people from Norway, 3 from the UK, 4 from the UK. And Evers from Germany is just up ahead, only 10 seconds up ahead as well. And we're about to turn left. There's 3.5k. And we've got 39 minutes left to run. Amy Green is perfectly happy with us coming over to YouTube from Facebook. Thank you, Amy. Tina says blah blah blah, get on with it, cousins. And Paul Hayward says, I bought a dishwasher, Tina. They are amazing. Do you know what? Victoria and myself are constantly bemoaning the fact that we don't have a dishwasher, particularly me, because I'm supposed to be the dishwasher in our house. And I hate washing up. I avoid it as much as possible. And I grumble when I have to do it. And I do have to do the washing up when I finish this run, because it's piled up all day. So, I'm not happy about that. Oh, that's a good view, isn't it? Look, hang on. Coming down the hill to cross over the bridge is a good view. We need to turn round. We need the camera to turn round so we can see it. There, look at that. That's lovely, isn't it? Super cool. I'm going to see if I can put the Stride foot pod on. Hang on. Okay, there we are. I am wearing my Stride foot pod, so power is on. 6 kilometers to go. 4 kilometers, almost done. Heart rate 134 at the moment. Just touching zone 3. Right, Jonathan says, oh my good God, the dishwasher is one of the best things I ever bought. Tina says, I have a dishwasher but still have to tidy up as I have black granite worktops and they show every mark. Jonathan says, I load the dishwasher at night and Carol unloads it in the morning. Amy Green has a dishwasher. She says, I love mine as well. Oh dear. We have to get a dishwasher. Victoria, are you listening to this? Are you listening? Surely this has to be our Christmas present to ourselves. A dishwasher. Paul Haywood has black granite worktops as well, with gold sparkles. I tell you what, we're learning a lot about people's kitchens today. Jonathan and Paul, what colour worktops do you have in your kitchen? Are they black granite and do they have sparkles in them? I seem to be all on my own on the bridge again. This happened before. This happened before, didn't it, when we all disappeared? And it's happening again. 4.2 kilometres in, with no one visible on the bridge. Even though everyone is still there. This is not internet problems at my end. This is some kind of weird glitch. Has everyone else gone as well? Has everyone else disappeared on the bridge? Question mark. Yeah, Amy Green's all alone again. Tina has silver sparkles on her worktops. Jonathan says, make sure it's a Mael. A Mael? Meal? Is that a make of dishwasher then? Tina has a Bosch and she says it's fabulous. Okay, we'll look into it. Don't you worry, I will. I'm already considering the way to approach this with Victoria. We will have the discussions. Oh dear, Paul. Was that a design error? Paul says the gold sparkles on his granite worktops unfortunately look like breadcrumbs. So basically it looks like he hasn't tidied up his kitchen work surfaces. Ever. Jonathan says we don't do black anymore. It's a nightmare to clean. Stainless steel stuff they've got. Okay. And we are at 4.5 kilometres with 5.5 to go. So we're getting near to halfway now. 15 years has Paul Haywood's Bosch has lasted. Still going strong, he said. So both Tina and Paul Hayward have Bosch dishwashers. Jonathan has a Miele, or M-I-E-L-E. I think I've heard of that name before. A Miele. Okay, it's pronounced Miele. And everybody is back on the bridge now. 32 minutes to go. We are doing Run for the Oceans. The surf and safari route, 10 kilometers rather. And for those who haven't already got it, this route earns you an achievement badge. So let me just go and show you what that looks like. Oh, Victoria says, I'd be delighted if you purchased a dishwasher. Just don't use my credit card. Oh. Well, that's that plan out the window then. Right. Let me just show you. We go to menu. And we go up to the badges. On the right hand side there, you can see where it says badges, just where my mouse is scrolling there. Click that. And these are all the achievement badges. Now, it's obviously mixed with cycling and running, so cycling achievement badges are there. Cycling route achievement badges, which I have almost none of. These only came into existence after I'd kind of finished cycling on Zwift. I used to cycle all the time on Zwift, but the route achievement badges didn't exist then. And here's the running achievement badges. So you can get, your first 5k badge, first 10k, first half marathon, running a total of 100 miles, running a mile in under 6 minutes. So that's all those badges. But then you get the route achievement badges, which are here. And there are, how many now? Can't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 16 badges to collect. So these first 11 here, they're the original ones. And then you've got the Mayan Bridge Loop, which is relatively new, and the Italian Villas and the Handful of Gravel circuit. Now they are all quite new. And then you've got Splash and Dash and Surf and Safari, which is what we're doing now. And these two are brand new in the last couple of weeks. So there you go. And we are halfway. 30 minutes gone, 30 minutes to go. Amy Green's hit her 5k target today. Are you carrying on with us, Amy? Are you doing the full 10k? Tina Beard said the first Bosch dishwasher they had lasted 15 years. They had a new one 5 years ago when they got a new kitchen. Don't talk to Victoria about a new kitchen. Paul Hayward doesn't yet have this badge. Amy Green is just doing 5k, so Amy's going to finish shortly. Well done, Amy. Thanks for joining us. Jonathan Kloss is speeding up. Oh, mind you, I've sped up, haven't I? Sorry. I'll go back down to 6 minutes per kilometre. I sped up just because I was at the back of the group and I wanted to catch everybody up, and then forgot. So we're back at 10 kilometres an hour now, not 10.1. Yeah, Jonathan's just said slow down, funnily enough. Sorry, I forgot that I sped up. Bye-bye, Amy. Take care. So Amy's done her 5k and she's off and away. Jonathan, how's work lately? Have you got any exciting stories to tell of airline piloting? I like to live as an airline pilot vicariously through you. So any stories you have are greatly appreciated. I did, many years ago, start my private pilot's license. I had about 10 flying lessons. Maybe not 10, maybe about 8 flying lessons. Out of Shoreham Airport here, just a few miles away from here. No worries, Amy, take care, see you soon. So Amy's off. Says she couldn't get away with any more. She's probably supposed to be cooking dinner for the children and reading them a bedtime story. Instead, she's running with us on the treadmill. 5.5 kilometres in, 4.5 to go. Yeah, so I did about 8 private pilot's lessons. This is about 20 years ago, so it's a long time ago now. But I just ran out of money. It was very expensive. It was about, even 20 years ago, it was about £120 per lesson, which I could only just scrape together every month as a lowly worker in the NHS. Legs feeling okay, feet feeling okay, heart rate 127 BPM. Just over 4 kilometres to go, running with Jonathan Kost Sorensen, Lundtray, Paul Hayward, and a few others who are now spread out over the course. Time to drop some ride-ons. So let's go to as far forward as we can. We think this is Laura. And then we've got Evers. Hey Lamb, who's that? Hey Lamb, rings a bell. Oh no, that's not Laura, that's Lindsay. So LF is Lindsay. And then we've got Jens. And then we've got Keith Lamb, so that's Keith Lamb. And then we've got Roloff Elting. Well done, Roloff. We've got Rini Sorensen. There's Mr. Kost. We've got Brent and Paul and Belen Penna. Well done to you. Oh dear. Right, Jonathan says this is not the uplifting, fun story I was hoping for. Aviation doesn't think beyond the end of its nose, and it made shed loads of redundancies during COVID. Those people have now realised how bad aviation is, and they are not coming back. Therefore, we have huge staff shortages and delays. Well, yeah, I can vouch for the delays, that's for sure. Wow, okay. I mean, I know, obviously, during COVID, flights were grounded all over the place, and pilots and cabin staff were all getting made redundant, weren't they? Yeah, but if they're not coming back, yeah, that is a problem. 6 kilometres done, 4 to go. That's about 23 minutes left of running at this speed. Thank you, Sheila, for the ride on. So tomorrow, Wednesday, let's see. Oh, tomorrow I have a visit from a Noble Pro rep. So I have a friend called Lucy who used to work for Enator. Do you remember the springy insoles that I bought some of and advertised? And it's partly as a result of my friend Lucy, who used to work for Enator. Well, she now has left Enator and she now works for Noble Pro. But the thing is, she's not very experienced with treadmills, so she needs to learn. So she's coming here to visit me tomorrow, and I'm going to teach her all about Noble Pro treadmills and the Noble Pro app, so she's a bit more informed starting her new job. She's not been there long, so she's keen to find out as much as she can, and then she's going to be leading the ambassador program for Noble Pro, or part of the ambassador program for Noble Pro. So I better show her that I'm worth maintaining as an ambassador as well, or I'll get my treadmill taken away. Tina Beard says it's Global Running Day tomorrow and Pride On starts as well. Thank you for that info, Tina. So we've got Pride On starting tomorrow. And yeah, Global Running Day. So we'll have to do a Global Running Day event then, tomorrow evening. So Global Running Day, there's one at 8 o'clock, there's one at 5. So I think we're going to do the 5 o'clock one, aren't we? So there we are. Global Running Day is a worldwide celebration of running that encourages everyone to get moving. So we've got a 5k tomorrow. Currently 56 people have joined. There'll be more, and it's in Innsbruck. 5 p.m. tomorrow. She's only just started working for Noble Pro, Jonathan, and this is not an official thing. She's just coming because she's a friend of mine, and because I have a Noble Pro and understand treadmills, she's coming to chat to me. But I see what you're getting at. Yes, I mean, you know, I'll just do my best, won't I? Bless. She doesn't know what she's letting herself in for, does she? Oh, that's a good idea. Paul says keep your tent up in the back garden and it can be your VIP suite for tomorrow. I like it. Jonathan says, isn't that what job interviews are for? Well, yeah, I mean, I guess the job interview was more about marketing experience. And I guess the product itself, you would learn that on the job, wouldn't you? So, I'm guessing, this is just what I'm guessing, that Lucy's experience is in marketing. And it doesn't really matter what product it is. She'll learn the product as she goes. So she's just coming to me to start learning about the Noble Pro treadmill itself. And she's not really a treadmill runner, so she needs to learn about that. I'm sure she'll do a great job. 3 kilometres remaining of our Run for the Oceans event. So if you want to do a Global Running Day, I'll be doing the 5 p.m. slot tomorrow. And then, of course, we've got Pride On, where we'll be running in Watopia past the multicoloured Pride On beach hut that I believe a secret insider has told me it will be staying after Pride On. Auntie Anderson says, tell her to bring her wellies. Yeah, that's probably it, Jonathan. Hello, Noble Pro. I know nothing about treadmills. Or Noble Pro, please give me a job in marketing. Yes, by all means, here you go. Well, I mean, they gave Boris Johnson a job as Prime Minister, didn't they? So, you know. And I guess that's the cabinet is similar, isn't it? In that, you know, you could become health secretary and have never worked in the health department before. Know nothing about healthcare, but you could become the Minister for Health. You could become the Minister for Sport and never have worked in sport your entire life. I think it's all about experience in a certain discipline. So a politician, for example, politics is politics, whether it's sport, health, home, what's the word I'm looking for? Home nations. You could go from being managing director of a technology firm that builds robots to being the managing director of a technology firm that builds software. And I guess if you're a pilot, you could go from having a job where you only fly 747s to a job where you fly an Airbus, different aircraft. You'd have to learn the aircraft, I guess, wouldn't you? Does that make sense? I don't know. Right, 7.5 kilometres coming up, 2.5 to go, 15 minutes left of running. Oh, Jonathan says it doesn't work like that in flying. You've got to know everything. Okay, so if you worked primarily on one aircraft and you moved to another, you would have to know anyway. You just have to know all the aircraft and all their differences, I guess. Mind you, yeah, but that didn't work. That wasn't the case for the what was the plane? The two planes that crashed, the Lion Air one, and you know, they didn't know about that software change, did they? Because they hadn't been trained on it. The 737 MAX was different to the 737s, wasn't it? They had that software system that pulled the nose down automatically, and they hadn't been told about that. So yeah, I guess it does pay to try and know everything about the aircraft you're flying. One or two lives might have been a stake. Yeah. Okay, just like cars, yeah. See, I have managed to get my aircraft chat in after all. I've subtly engineered a conversation about airlines with Jonathan. Okay, so 12 minutes to go, 13 minutes to go, and coming up to 2k left. Running under the sea with Jonathan and Paul. Run for the oceans. We are now at the ocean. We're under the ocean. Heart rate is very good. Nice and comfortable in zone 2. 126-ish, 124 BPM. Paul Hayward says, you've got your treadmill license and that's all that matters. Yes, I'm happy with my treadmill license. I also have a drone license as well, so I'm pleased with that. Right, there we go. 8 kilometres now done. 2 to go. We've just passed the whale, the blue whale. Jonathan is more excited about his dishwasher than airline chat. Do you have to have a license to use a dishwasher? That's the question. You probably need more training on a dishwasher than you do on an aircraft, I'd have thought. Dangerous machines, those dishwashers. So if you are around tomorrow, 5 o'clock, come and join me for the Global Running Day event, 5K. Victoria says, can you get Bluetooth dishwashers like you can get Bluetooth washing machines? What does the Bluetooth actually do? Does it mean you can start your dishwasher from your phone? Tina says, tonight's broadcast is very random. I guess it is, yeah. But most of my broadcasts are fairly random. Conversation can stray from, mind you, no, it's mostly about food, isn't it, to be fair? Victoria, what are we having for dinner? Have we decided yet? 1 mile to go, 10 minutes. So if I can get my legs working tomorrow, I'll go out for a long run in the morning. So, because I think it's supposed to be quite sunny in the morning. So I'll go out for a long run in the morning. And then we'll do the Global 5K. Global Running Day 5K in the evening. Apparently we're having corn meatballs for dinner tonight. Mark says, good evening everyone. Right, Victoria's definitely being random now. You can do bespoke cycles. I've no idea what that is. Oh, bespoke dishwasher cycles. I'm thinking of riding bikes cycles. I didn't know what she was going on about. Jonathan's just telling Victoria to not complicate the issue. Just coming out of the tunnel now. AGMT is now reading 27.2, so the temperature is coming down in shed quarters tonight. Very interesting, Paul. Paul says, new research out today says it's better for men to run at night and for women to run in the morning. I wonder what the reasoning is for that then. I'll have to look that up. Can you send us a link, Paul? Oh, Victoria says she saw that article and she has sent it to me. Okay, I better have a look at that then. I didn't notice you'd sent it to me. Jonathan Cost is now bringing up the touchy subject of is it shed quarters 2 words or shed quarters 1 word? Have we got a capital Q or not? Victoria says it's definitely shed quarters 2 words. However, I have a first class honours English degree and I am putting my foot down and saying I don't care. If I invent it, it's true. So I've created the word shed quarters, it's mine, all 1 word, and because I've invented it, it exists. And so I can do what I like. Because basically that's the English language in a nutshell. You do what you like. Mark just congratulating Victoria on her backyard ultra. He says amazing effort. Yeah, Victoria ran 66 miles at the weekend in an event called a backyard ultra, which basically means you have to run about 4 miles every hour on the hour, and you don't stop until you're the last one standing or until you can run no more. So Victoria did 16 of those, 16 hours, 66 miles. And yeah, we should hit 10 kilometers in exactly 1 hour. Yeah, Jonathan, obviously it was planned. I did it deliberately. Yeah, Paul Hayward says, yeah, great Victoria. And we have just about 800 metres left to run of the Run for the Oceans event here in Watopia. And Paul Hayward, we think Paul Hayward's going to get his badge. Just make a note though, everyone, that is the last time that anyone should congratulate Victoria on her run, because it'll only go to her head. She's not stopped talking about it all day. She's told everyone at work. So, you know, let's just keep a lid on it now. Well done, Victoria, but, you know, that's it now. No more praise for my wife. Thank you very much. Oh, she did great. With these Run for the Oceans events, you are supposed to link yourself, the Zwift app and the Adidas app, or the Adidas app. I wonder how many people have actually logged their runs with the Adidas app as well. Oh yeah, Jonathan's too late with his praise for Victoria. I had already drawn a line under it. So, unfortunately, Jonathan is unable to say well done to Victoria now. Oh, but Victoria says, kudos to Mr. C for great crewing. I did indeed do great crewing, yes. Victoria is now at pains to say that she only spoke to one person at work about it. Because that's not everyone. Yeah, believe that you believe anything. One person at a time she spoke to. subtly managing to work it into every conversation, no matter how technical in detail about work, problems and solutions, finance, data analysis. Victoria manages to work in a 66-mile run at the weekend. Tina says, you talk about it as much as you like, Victoria. Be very proud. Tina, don't encourage her. Honestly, I have to live with it. I have to. You're over in Gloucestershire or wherever you think you are, Somerset. You're you know. I live with. I'm in the same room as it. In my ear. Love you too, Jonathan. Right, we are coming to the end. Well done, everybody. Great run. Enjoyed that. Nice, lots of fun. Nice, comfortable 10k an hour. And we are, in fact, going to finish in exactly 1 hour, which is nice. I haven't done that for a while. Feet feel good. Thigh is just a dull ache, nothing more. Looking forward to my dinner. 1 minute to go. Tina, I'll have you know I never talk about my sub-3 marathon that I did about 2 years ago now. Year and a half ago. 2 years? Was it December or October? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, the sub-3 marathon that I did, where I came in 2 hours, 58 minutes and 57 seconds. I never mention that. Mark says, great running, everyone. Jonathan's legs nearly gave way. Well done all, says Victoria. And we are done. One hour, 1 second, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, come on, stop. Stop. There we are. 1 hour and 9 seconds. Okay, we're done here. Thank you very much, everybody, for taking part, and thanks for the chat on YouTube. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming over from Facebook. Good fun, and we'll see you tomorrow evening for the Global Running Day 5K. So that is at 5K at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, 5K in Innsbruck tomorrow for Global Running Day. So we'll see you then. Once again, thanks very much. If you haven't subscribed already, do please click that subscribe button for the Film My Run channel, the other channel I have, and for this channel, the Zwift Run channel. And much appreciation and thanks to my members, Tina, Jonathan, Amy, Paul, I think. I can't remember now. I need to have a look and check who's joined and who hasn't. But thank you very much for your continued support, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.